Deep underground in Maryland is a world of serious wealth and influence few are permitted to see. But the real controllers of this wealth will leave you shocked. We are talking about incredibly powerful women hidden in deep shadows. From real estate empires to business moguls, these women don't just live in Maryland. They own it. And in this video, we will count down 10 of these insanely rich women dominating Maryland. Sit tight, because it's going to be a roller coaster ride down to number 1. Number 10. Renee Winsky, master connector of Maryland's elite circles. We begin our journey with a woman whose power in Maryland isn't measured by flashy headlines or billion-dollar bank accounts, but by her strategic influence, vast network, and the respect she commands in the business and nonprofit world. Renee Winsky has spent decades building a career that blends corporate leadership, advisory roles, and high-level consulting, positioning herself as one of the most connected and influential executives in the state. While her exact net worth isn't publicly disclosed, her wealth is estimated to be multi-million-dollar professional wealth, coming from a combination of executive salaries, advisory positions, and long-term strategic investments. Unlike the billionaires higher up on this list, Winsky's fortune isn't about ostentatious displays. It's about power behind the scenes, operating in rooms where major decisions are made and shaping outcomes that affect Maryland's economy, nonprofits, and corporate sectors. Ronnie has a very vast network, which truly makes her a superpower. Over the years, Winsky has cultivated connections with some of the most prominent corporate leaders, nonprofit directors, and policy influencers in the state. This network allows her to move seamlessly between private boardrooms, strategic planning meetings, and high-stakes negotiations, giving her access to opportunities that few can match. In many ways, her influence rivals the financial power of others on this list because she knows how to leverage relationships, insight, and timing to create impact. In terms of lifestyle, Winsky embodies the refined professionalism of Maryland's elite. She doesn't live in the spotlight, and there are no extravagant headlines about private jets or luxury mansions. Instead, her life reflects discipline, strategic living, and focus on impact. She invests her energy into building organizations, mentoring rising leaders, and shaping corporate and nonprofit strategy. The kind of work that quietly shifts power structures while leaving a lasting legacy. Renee Winsky earns her spot on this list not just because of her wealth, but because she exemplifies a different kind of power. One that is strategic, understated, and highly effective. In Maryland, influence doesn't always come from who has the biggest bank account. Sometimes it comes from those who know how to navigate systems, build alliances, and quietly shape outcomes. And Winsky is a master of all three. Number 9. Julie Verratti, Maryland's rising powerhouse in tech and entrepreneurship. Coming in at number 9 is Julie Verratti, a rising star whose influence in Maryland's business scene is growing by the day. While she may not yet have a household name like some of the bigger billionaires, Julie has carved out a reputation as a forward-thinking entrepreneur and savvy investor, particularly in technology, startup ventures, and emerging industries. Her career demonstrates that wealth and power in Maryland aren't just inherited, they're earned through vision, strategy, and relentless determination. Julie's wealth is largely tied to her entrepreneurial ventures and investments. She has backed several tech startups and business projects, helping them scale into profitable enterprises. While exact figures aren't publicly disclosed, her portfolio is estimated to be in the multi-million-dollar range, reflecting both her business acumen and her ability to identify opportunities early. Beyond the numbers, what sets Julie apart is her network and influence. She moves comfortably among Maryland's elite business circles, connecting with other entrepreneurs, investors, and policy advisors. This network gives her the strategic advantage to influence business decisions, open doors for partnerships, and mentor the next generation of leaders in the state. In essence, her reach is larger than her personal wealth, a true sign of strategic power. And when it comes to work-life balance, Julie has learned to balance her luxury and professional success with a polished, low-profile presence. She is often seen at key industry conferences, networking events, and tech summits, but avoids the overt display of luxury that characterizes some of the state's billionaires. Instead, her focus is on building her enterprises, expanding her influence and creating meaningful impact across Maryland's entrepreneurial ecosystem. Julie Verratti earns her spot on this list not because of headline-grabbing wealth, but because of the combination of strategic vision, business savvy, and high-level connections. In Maryland, wealth isn't just about how much money you have. It's about how effectively you can leverage influence, drive innovation, and shape opportunities. 8. Adrienne A. Jones, Maryland's political powerhouse. As Julie Verratti steps back from the entrepreneurial spotlight, our journey moves from the world of rising tech and business influence into Maryland's very own political powerhouse, Adrienne Jones. Unlike the quiet executive strategy of Julie, Adrienne wields her influence on a statewide scale, shaping laws, budgets, and policies that affect millions. Adrienne Jones currently serves as the Speaker of the Maryland House of Delegates, a position that places her at the center of the state's legislative power. With decades of experience in politics, she has grown her influence through strategic decision-making, leadership roles, and extensive collaboration with both public and private sectors. Her net worth, while modest compared to corporate billionaires, reflects over 30 years of public service, property holdings, and professional earnings estimated at around $1.5 to $2 million. Jones's true power lies in her ability to navigate political networks. She interacts daily with governors, legislators, lobbyists, and organizational leaders, giving her direct access to the levers of state power. Her decisions can determine funding allocations, influence economic policies, and shape initiatives that touch everything from education and healthcare to infrastructure and business development. Her lifestyle mirrors her role: professional, disciplined, and deeply engaged in public service. While she may not display the luxury of a real estate mogul or media billionaire, she operates at the highest levels of influence in Maryland, attending critical policy meetings, community events, and strategic legislative sessions. She lives in a comfortable, well-connected area of the state, balancing personal life with the demands of her role as one of Maryland's most influential political figures. From the boardrooms of tech startups to the chambers of the state legislature, her impact is a reminder that real power comes from both vision and authority, making her a perfect fit as one of the 10 richest and most powerful women living in Maryland. 7. Mary Ann Scully, Maryland's banking maven and financial power player. From the halls of Maryland's legislature, we now move into the world of finance and banking, where influence is measured not by votes, but by capital, strategy, and access to money that moves the state's economy. At 7, Mary Ann Scully stands out as a powerhouse in Maryland's financial sector, a woman whose decisions quietly shape the direction of countless businesses and local communities. Scully's career has been defined by decades of leadership and strategic foresight in banking, most notably with Howard Bank, where she has held executive positions overseeing major financial operations. Her work includes guiding investment portfolios, directing corporate lending strategies, and implementing policies that ensure long-term growth for the bank and its clients. Her wealth, estimated at around $5 to $7 million, comes from a combination of high-level executive salaries, long-term investments, and board positions. Yet, as impressive as the numbers are, Scully's real power comes from her influence. The ability to steer financial decisions that ripple across Maryland's business landscape, affecting companies, entrepreneurs, and community projects alike. Beyond her formal roles, Mary Ann Scully has cultivated a formidable network. She collaborates with corporate leaders, nonprofit executives, and government officials, giving her a unique perspective on Maryland's financial ecosystem. Her insight extends into commercial lending, real estate finance, and strategic investment planning, allowing her to operate in spaces where millions of dollars are allocated and where her expertise can make the difference between a project succeeding or failing. She is recognized not only for her technical acumen, but also for her mentorship of emerging financial leaders, helping the next generation navigate the complexities of banking and investment. Mary Ann Scully's lifestyle reflects the disciplined, calculated approach of a seasoned banking executive. She maintains a balance between her professional obligations and her personal commitments, engaging in community initiatives, charitable projects, and philanthropic efforts. While she does not flaunt wealth in the way some high-profile figures do, her presence in Maryland's elite professional circles is unmistakable, a quiet, commanding influence felt by those who matter most in finance and business. What makes Scully's story especially compelling is how she leverages her influence for impact. From supporting local businesses with strategic loans to advising nonprofits on sustainable financial growth, her decisions have a direct effect on the state's economy and the well-being of countless families. She may not dominate headlines, but in Maryland's banking sector, she is a trusted and formidable figure, earning her a well-deserved spot among the 10 richest and most powerful women in the state. In essence, Marianne Scully exemplifies a rare form of wealth, one that is as much about influence, strategic insight, and legacy as it is about personal fortune, showing that true power often operates quietly, behind the scenes, but with consequences that touch lives on a grand scale. Number 6. Brooke Lerner, Maryland's fiscal strategist and public policy leader. From the intricate corridors of Maryland's fiscal oversight, we now turn to someone who combines political savvy with financial strategy, shaping both policy and the public purse. At number 6, Brooke Lerner stands as a force to be reckoned with in Maryland politics. A woman whose decisions influence not just budgets, but the very fabric of the state's economy and communities. Lerner's career is a testament to dedication and expertise. Rising through the ranks of Maryland's legislature, she has earned a reputation as a fiscally astute, forward-thinking lawmaker with a sharp eye for detail and a commitment to transparency. Today, as Maryland's comptroller, she oversees billions in state funds, balancing complex budgets while ensuring public resources are allocated efficiently. Her net worth, estimated at around $1.2 million, may not rival corporate billionaires, but it reflects years of professional service, strategic investments, and prudent financial management, all while navigating the demanding world of public office. What sets Brooke Lerner apart is the scope of her influence. Every budget she reviews, every policy she champions has a direct impact on businesses, schools, infrastructure projects, and state programs across Maryland. Her decisions affect millions of residents, making her power both tangible and far-reaching. Unlike leaders whose influence is visible only in headlines, Lerner's work quietly shapes the daily lives of Marylanders, from tax policies to resource allocations that touch every community. Her network is extensive and strategic. Brooke collaborates with legislators, government officials, business leaders, and community organizers, giving her access to information and perspectives that few others in the state possess. These connections allow her to anticipate economic trends, push for effective reforms, and ensure that Maryland's financial systems remain robust and transparent. Her ability to connect policy with practical outcomes demonstrates a rare combination of intelligence, diplomacy, and strategic vision. Brooke Lerner's lifestyle mirrors her professional ethos. Focused, disciplined, and engaged. She maintains a public presence at civic events and policy forums while balancing the demands of her office. Her commitment to community engagement, mentorship, and advocacy underscores a broader vision. Leadership that combines influence, responsibility, and tangible impact. She exemplifies a new model of power, where wealth is not just monetary, but intellectual, strategic, and civic. Lerner's placement on this list reminds us that influence in Maryland does not always come with flashy headlines or celebrity status. Sometimes the most powerful figures are those who manage resources wisely, shape policy effectively, and create ripple effects that touch millions of lives, even if their work is largely behind the scenes. Brooke Lerner is one of those rare leaders, earning her well-deserved spot as one of the 10 richest and most powerful women living in Maryland. 5. Aruna Miller, Maryland's trailblazing political leader and infrastructure advocate. From fiscal oversight to the executive power corridors of Maryland, we arrive at number 5. Aruna Miller. Known for her dynamic leadership and strategic vision, Miller serves as the Lieutenant Governor of Maryland, playing a critical role in guiding state policy, economic development, and infrastructure projects across the region. Her position gives her both political and operational influence, making her one of the most powerful women shaping the future of Maryland today. Her net worth is estimated between $1.5 and $2 million, reflecting years of professional public service, investments, and property holdings. While not as flashy as a corporate billionaire, Miller's wealth represents stability, professionalism, and a life built on achievement and service. But Miller's true power comes from her network and reach. She collaborates closely with governors, legislators, business leaders, and civic organizations, giving her direct access to decision-making on key infrastructure projects, economic initiatives, and statewide policy reforms. Her influence ensures that Maryland continues to grow responsibly, with attention to both business development and community impact. Aruna Miller's lifestyle mirrors her professional approach. Balanced, strategic, and highly engaged. She maintains a strong presence at public events, policy discussions, and community outreach programs, combining visibility with the disciplined focus required for state leadership. By earning a spot on this list, Aruna Miller demonstrates that in Maryland, power is not solely measured by wealth, but by the ability to shape public policy, direct resources, and lead initiatives that impact millions. Her influence, expertise, and leadership make her a standout among the 10 richest and most powerful women living in Maryland. Number 4. Sheila Murthy, the immigrant who built a multi-million-dollar legal empire. As we move from the structured world of politics into raw entrepreneurial success, the story takes a powerful turn because number 4 isn't just about influence. It's about building wealth from the ground up against the odds. Sheila Murthy is the definition of the American dream in motion. Arriving in the United States with limited resources but limitless determination, she went on to build the highly successful Murthy Law Firm, one of the most respected immigration law firms in the country. What started as a small legal practice has grown into a multi-million-dollar empire, serving clients from around the world. Her net worth, estimated between $50 and $100 million, reflects decades of relentless work, smart business strategy, and the ability to turn expertise into a thriving enterprise. But beyond the numbers, Murthy's real power lies in her impact and reach. Through her work, she has helped thousands of immigrants navigate complex legal systems, making her not just wealthy but deeply influential on a human level. Her network spans far beyond Maryland. She is connected to global clients, policymakers, legal experts, and business leaders, placing her at the intersection of law, business, and international affairs. This kind of reach gives her a level of influence that extends well beyond state borders, making her one of the most globally connected women on this list. And when it comes to lifestyle, Sheila Murthy represents a blend of success and purpose. While she enjoys the rewards of her hard-earned wealth, she is equally known for her philanthropic efforts, community involvement, and commitment to giving back. Her life isn't just about luxury, it's about legacy. Sheila Murthy earns her place at number 4 because she proves something powerful. You don't need to inherit wealth or hold political office to rise to the top. Sometimes all it takes is vision, resilience, and the courage to build something from nothing. And in Maryland, her story stands as one of the most inspiring examples of true, self-made success. Number 3. Cathy Hughes, the media mogul who turned one radio station into a billion-dollar empire. And now, we step into a completely different level of power because number 3 isn't just wealthy. She's a media force who controls narratives, culture, and influence across America. Cathy Hughes didn't inherit wealth, she built it from scratch. Starting with a single struggling radio station, she took a risk that many thought would fail. But instead, it became the foundation of what is now Urban One, the largest Black-owned media company in the United States. Today, her empire spans radio, television, and digital platforms, reaching millions of listeners and viewers every single day. Her net worth, estimated between $500 million and $1 billion, reflects not just financial success but decades of smart decisions, bold risks, and an unmatched understanding of audience and culture. But Cathy Hughes' real power goes far beyond money. She has something even more valuable: influence over what people hear, see, and talk about. In a world where media shapes perception, Cathy sits at the top, helping to amplify voices, tell stories, and shape conversations that ripple far beyond Maryland. Her network is nothing short of elite. She's connected to top entertainers, political figures, business leaders, and cultural icons, making her one of the most influential voices in American entertainment. And now, we step into a completely different level of power because number 4 isn't just wealthy. It's about legacy. Sheila Murthy represents a blend of success and purpose. While not as flashy as a corporate billionaire, Miller's wealth represents a powerful influence. She placing her at the center of both media and power. These connections have allowed her to grow Urban One into a platform that doesn't just entertain, it influences society. And when it comes to lifestyle, Cathy Hughes represents the rewards of true empire building. While she maintains a relatively private personal life, her success is reflected in high-value properties, executive-level living, and a legacy-driven mindset. She's not just enjoying wealth, she's building something that will last for generations. Cathy Hughes earns her place at number 3 because she proves that owning media is owning power. From one radio station to a national empire, her journey is a masterclass in resilience, vision, and dominance in a competitive industry. In Maryland and beyond, she isn't just wealthy, she's unstoppable. 2. Jody McClain, the real estate powerhouse quietly controlling billions. As the media dominance of Cathy Hughes fades into the background, the spotlight now shifts to a different kind of empire. One built not on airwaves but on land, property, and billion-dollar developments. Jody McClain is a name that doesn't always trend online, but in the world of real estate, she is a force to be reckoned with. As the CEO of Edens, she oversees a portfolio of high-end retail centers, mixed-use developments, and commercial properties spread across some of the most valuable locations in the United States, including key assets tied to the Maryland D.C corridor. Her net worth, estimated between $150 and $250 million, reflects not just executive earnings, but years of strategic leadership in a company that manages billions of dollars in real estate assets. And in this industry, control is everything because whoever controls the land often controls the future of entire communities. What makes Jody McClain especially powerful is her deep-rooted presence in the Maryland and Greater Washington region, where she has lived and operated within elite business circles. Her network includes top-tier developers, institutional investors, political figures, and corporate leaders, placing her in rooms where large-scale urban projects and investment decisions are made. These aren't small moves. We're talking about developments that reshape neighborhoods and influence how people live, shop, and work. Her lifestyle reflects the stature of a top real estate executive, refined, strategic, and quietly luxurious. Rather than flashy displays, her wealth is embedded in access, influence, and high-value environments. She operates within elite social and professional circles, attending exclusive industry events and maintaining a presence among those who shape the region's economic direction. Jody McClain earns her position at number 2 because she represents controlled power, the kind that doesn't need attention to be effective. In Maryland and beyond, her influence is built into the very structures people walk into every day. And just before we reach the very top of this list, she stands as a reminder that sometimes the most powerful players are the ones quietly controlling billions behind the scenes. Number 1. Annette Lerner, Maryland's real estate queen and billion-dollar empire builder. And finally, we arrive at the top, where wealth, power, and legacy collide. Annette Lerner isn't just the richest woman in Maryland. She stands as one of the most powerful figures in the entire state, period. Together with her late husband, she helped build Lerner Enterprises into one of the largest private real estate companies in the United States, transforming vast areas of the Washington D.C Maryland region into thriving commercial and residential hubs. We're talking about millions of square feet of prime real estate office buildings, shopping centers, apartments, all generating massive streams of income and long-term value. Her net worth, estimated at around $5.5 billion, is a direct reflection of decades of smart investments, strategic development, and an empire that continues to grow even today. But what truly sets Annette Lerner apart is the scale of her influence. Real estate at this level isn't just about buildings. It's about shaping cities, controlling prime locations, and influencing how people live, work, and do business. Through her empire, she has played a major role in defining the economic landscape of Maryland and the surrounding region. Her network operates at the highest level imaginable, from top-tier investors and developers to political leaders and business executives. Annette moves in circles where multi-billion-dollar decisions are made. These connections have helped sustain and expand her empire, ensuring that her influence remains strong across industries. When it comes to lifestyle, Annette Lerner represents true billionaire living. Exclusive properties, elite social circles, and a legacy-driven approach to wealth. Yet, despite the scale of her fortune, she is also known for her philanthropy, contributing to education, healthcare, and community development, reinforcing her impact beyond business. Annette Lerner takes the #1 spot because she embodies everything this list represents: wealth, power, influence, and legacy. She didn't just build success. She built an empire that will stand for generations. And in Maryland, there is simply no one who commands more financial dominance than her. And there you have it. From quiet power players to billion-dollar empire builders, these women prove that in Maryland, influence comes in many forms, but at the very top, it's all about ownership, strategy, and legacy. Annette Lerner doesn't just top this list, she defines it. But the real question is, who do you think deserves to be here that didn't make the list? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe to Her Status, and stay tuned.